Shout
All
out.
right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mixtape Show. It is time for our Artist of the Week interview. This week's Artist of the Week is a dope cat, man. Dope MC. He does dope work on the art side. He actually does some of the Mixtape Show merchandise. You see me rocking some of those pieces. He's the brain behind my ideas, man. And overall just a good dude, man. So I've been waiting to chop it up with the homie, man. He goes by the name of Stevie Franks. And my
Yeah,
brother, welcome to the Mixtape Show, man. How are you?
for having me, man. I appreciate you having me, man. It's exciting. I wanted to be on the joint, so you
Yeah.
know, just looking forward to chopping up with you. Every time we speak, it's more general talking. So it's not like we have yo, bro, what's up? You know what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
We don't
yeah, yeah.
station. So this, like I said, man, you're a real solid guy, man. I appreciate you because of your character and on how you do in business, and also what you do for the culture. That's really what I'm big on. You keep people keeping the culture alive. You
Definitely,
know,
definitely, man. Definitely, man. Well, we got a lot to get in with you, man. This is your time. Don't worry about me. Before, so before we get into everything down the line, how about we start off with the baseline of let us know who Stevie Franks is, man. I know you're a dope MC. I met you through MJ as far as the artwork, and we'll get into that here in a little bit. But you also
well,
write rhymes and stuff like that too, man. So let's just go with born and raised, and what was it? What lit you when it came to hip hop? What was that spark that got you that made you want to be involved with it?
when I hip hop was always around me forever. You know what I mean? Music was just, you know, African Americans, period, is just more so. Music is just more so of a day-to-day thing that goes on in our lives. I don't really know too many people of color that don't listen to music. You know what I mean? It's very, very little if I do. I dated one female. She said she doesn't listen to music. It blew my mind. I said, what? Like that drove me crazy. But yeah, so how I got into music, my grandfather was a jazz and blues player.
Hmm.
So he toured around the country. My mother was an aspiring singer, R&B singer. Um, my uncle played the drums. My grandmother played the piano. So it was just a lot of music orientated stuff going around my household. And every time I turn around, my father, he was like, man, what how back in the day, old heads you
Yeah,
say, what, you don't know nothing about this, you don't know nothing about
yeah.
that, stuff like, you know what I'm saying? That's how my pops was. So I was always deeply surrounded around music. I say hip hop started more interested in me because my mother, she used to always watch, it wasn't I'm trying to think of that BET video circuit that was on back in the 90s. I'm trying to remember. It was
Um, it wasn't
it
Video Soul, was it? Like with Donnie Simpson and all of them?
was Soul, yep. It was
Yep.
Video Soul. Mother used to watch that all the time. And that's when I started really getting into like listening to it because she used to play it in front of me when she used to just be around and babysit me before she put me to bed. And then the kids in the neighborhood, they knew all the songs, Tupac and Biggie and everything else like that. You were like a nerd or a geek, or if you didn't know Biggie's lyrics, like you ain't no Juicy lyrics, you was a, you know what I mean? So they made you feel small. So I had to go back and I had to do my homework immediately. But
Hmm.
one of the biggest things that brought me on, my uncle, he was very hip hop orientated. So my mother used to go to work from 9 to 5 and then go to school at nighttime. So I was spending a lot of time at my grandmother's house. And my uncle lived with my grandmother, and she used to take care of me. And he would be there for a certain period of time, but he used to go to work. I think like close to, I'm gonna say like 3 o'clock.
Hmm.
And I would walk one day. I was trying to peep around. So I was, how kids always touch stuff and put their hands on stuff. So his door was like open, but I tried to go in. He said, man, don't you go in my room. And he shut and locked the door. His room's always locked. And I was always curious why he always locked his room. So one day I'm walking around, I'm bouncing a ball in the hallway. And I look to my right, his door is like cracked open and he's gone. He's not even there. He must have been rushing. So his room was open. So I pushed the door open, I slide. It was like hip hop heaven, right? So
Hmm.
a red Lamborghini on the wall, a big Michael Jordan poster. I think it was Scottie Pippen, L Cool J, Eric B and Rakim. I'm trying to remember. I think that was it. And then he had the biggest thing that attracted me was he had a humongous boombox. And back in the day, boombox was just like you had to have whoever had the best boombox was that dude. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So my own boombox was crazy. It had lights and everything else. Like, back then, lights on the boombox wasn't really all that popping like that. So, but I'm touching buttons and I don't know what's going on, but I hit one, music starts playing. So what was playing inside the radio, I think it was Eric B. and Rakim. Was it Eric B. and Rakim or Special Ed? It was either one.
Mm-hmm.
I remember playing Special Ed, Eric B. and Rakim, and LL Cool J. And but Fresh Prince, because back then he had the show on the TV. You know what I mean? The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So I was familiar with that. So I popped the tape and I put it in. I listened to it. Whatever tape it was, it ended up falling asleep on the floor. He came in. He's like, "Yo, man, didn't I tell you not to go in my room?" I didn't thought he was gone. So I ended up getting a beating or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That I thought the beating was worth it. So and then from that point on, I just started, more and more. Just started, writing. And just turned into like more so of a lifestyle, bro. You know what I mean? More and more. After all, it just, like I said, the rap started being a thing. I went through a phase where all my friends were all rappers.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody could rap. And I couldn't rap. I didn't know how. But so I used to take other rappers' lyrics and then rap it when I would be in a cypher. And they'd be like, "Oh, that's dope." Knowing I took it from like the Locks or like even my joint. You know what I mean? So I just started more and more. Then I started writing my own lyrics when I was saying about maybe 11 years old.
Okay.
Then from that point on, it stopped me at any point in time if I'm going too far.
No. Go for it. Yeah. No.
Then that when I got older, then I started getting to the freestyle aspect. And me and my friends and my brother, we would to portray ourselves as cartoon characters. And what would the cartoon character rap about in a cipher? So I think I was like the Ninja Turtle. My man was like the Incredible Hulk, and my brother was like the Riddler or something like that. So he would rap in riddles. I would rap like talking about pizza or something like that.
Yeah.
And my man would act like what he would rap like if he was the Incredible Hulk, what would he rap about that? I wish I'd take that because it was freaking hilarious. You know what I'm saying? But then after we got older, we formed a group when I went to high school. We was called CSOM, and it was about 5 of us. And we put together like 4 mixtapes. And we were supposed to get a management deal. At the time, I felt like the company was fugazi, so I never signed anything. What happened was my man went forward and he forged all our signatures. Ran off with our music. So that kind of like dispirited me from hip hop at that point in time. You understand what I'm saying? And I needed money, so I got my hands dirty for a very long time. And I did some time. And when I came back on the street, I was walking home one day from the apartment complex that I lived in. And my man was driving a cab. And he's like, "Yo, bro, I got a studio on the apartment. You still rap?" I'm like, I'm not even really worried about that. I'm trying to get back on my feet. Like, you know what I mean? I just came home. Like, so, how it goes in the criminal justice system. When they coming for you, they coming for you. They take everything. I'm talking about car.
Yeah.
All, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm back to square one. I really don't want to get my hands dirty again, but I'm still trying to find my way. So I'm not even thinking about music. So it's kind of like I was forced into the fray. And then once it started clicking, now it's like I'm going back. I'm getting back into the groove of things. And it was funny because the girl who I was with at the time, she called and blowing my phone up. I'm like, "What? I'm in the studio." She's like, "Studio?" You know what I'm saying? Like, because the whole time, she never known me. She just known me for hustling, and then that was it. She didn't
she knew Street Stevie. She didn't know the MC.
know the rapper part of me. So it didn't resonate with her. Then like, I don't know, man. I was still, when I was on the street, I was still on a parole program. So I couldn't leave the house past a certain period of time. So I really couldn't get out in the circuit like that. I was like that for like 3-4 years. So when I finally got out, my man hooked me up with a show on a late night one time in Philly and was like, "Bro, He's like, yo, get dressed. I got something, like, but make sure you look fly and fresh, though. I'm like, why? He's like, just get dressed. So the spot in Philly, anybody know, back then, it was a spot called the Art Garage. And in the Art Garage in Philly, they used to run shows all the time. And he was like, yo, I booked you for a joint. Just make sure you're ready. I'm like, what? He said, yeah, I'm throwing you to the wolves, man. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get this work in, you know what I mean? And that broke the ice. And that was back in 2013. And I've been on the run ever since.
Nice. So when is it? Because your music is when I listen to your music is inspirational, got messaging in there. When did that click over for you where you kind of switched the subject matter a little bit and started, telling the tales and telling life stories?
I want to say I always wanted to tell my story, but sometimes, when you're going through school, you learn grammar, you learn languages, and as you get older, you get more educated because of the language that you're learning, right? Music, where I was doing it, I had to understand of how to translate and really verbalize how I felt. People will tell you what you're supposed to rap about and how you feel, but if it doesn't come out right, then it's not going to say it right. When I used to write, bro, I'm telling you, I had no rhyme structure at all. Like I don't think I was rapping on beat or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I had to gear myself to that. And that just came from practice and really getting back and repetition. And I had to understand memory is a very important part of being an MC. And I got away from that. And I had to relearn a lot of stuff that I forgot. So when I relearned it, I came back 10 times better. So it just, as far as like the turn, I don't ever think it was a turn. It was just how I delivered it.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're saying certain things, it might not come out a certain way you want it to come out. But then over certain periods of time, those words and those feelings, they change. I was with me as far as it was never, I don't think it was ever really a turn. I think it's just how I was delivering it changed.
Gotcha.
I went from being rapping like the RZA to being a Nas baby to being Styles P to being Talib Kweli to being myself. Because when you go through those hoops, you're going to go to all your influences or people that you listen to on a regular basis, and you're going to emulate them in a way. I didn't know my voice. I didn't understand certain aspects of what I understand now. Before, I used to rap and try to kill the beat. Now I try to make the music. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the same time, bringing together a full structure, because music is a marriage. You have to make your words make a commitment to the beat. The beat makes a commitment to the message, and all of it comes all full circle together. So I didn't understand that concept at first. I was just trying to murder everything I was on. But you try to murder everything on, you start losing breath. You're saying too many words all at one time and trying to get the best punchline in. Sometimes punchline might not make sense. So it's just like everything had to come full circle and had to understand of how, like I said, delivering it. So I don't think it was ever a change. It was just a change of how I'm saying what I said.
Yeah. We all can't be Sean Price, where he could put 32 bars in the 16 bar, you know what I'm saying, verse.
I think how it was is that I was at a point in time where I was making a spiritual transition in my life at one point. And I was caught in between because it was like a personality clash. Like it was a clash of where I wanted to speak to a certain audience and be seen as a peak of inspiration and a positive role model. So I would get certain things I wanted to get away from. But what I had to understand is that I can't get away from that because that's my story. That's who I am.
Yeah.
I don't fake. You know what I mean? I'm like, if you know me in person and you know one of my homies, I like to talk stuff. You know what I'm saying? I like to make fun of people. I like to joke. I like to laugh. You know what I mean? I'm sort of a free-spirited person. So people like that part of my personality. So why get rid of it and not put it on music? That makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? When I started putting those elements of my personality into my music, it started clicking. You know, now I have to think, I don't even have to think about what I'm about to write. I just feel it.
Yeah. I got a partner, he's an MC, and he says this all the time. I'm a comedian in real life. I just know how to make the words rhyme when I do it.
That's dope.
Yeah, man. So let's talk about I know you just released you had a dope concept for a project you released, the dollar tape that I thought was pretty cool how you did that, where you was like, hey man, give me $1 and I'll send you the project. And was that more of just like a promotional run for you, kind of like you just had some material you needed to get out, or was that an actual official thing?
Actually, at the time, it was the relaunch of my clothing line, Morals Over Money Apparel. So the relaunch of that, and the single was to help a part of the visual aspect to help promote that. But I've already recorded the single already. The videographer was like, yo, send me some music, you know what I mean? So we could chop this thing up and have it looking right. So he sent me music and he was like, bro, that one joint is fire. He was like, yo, we need to put that, make that as far as like involved in the video. So we did the video shoot, went to Philly, and it's like a skate park. And we went and shot that and did clips, and he interviewed me in his studio and so on and so forth. And we did a photo shoot and everything else like that. So, and he said, and people were just loving the music that was behind it. And he was like, bro, why don't you put that out as a single and sell it for $1 and just see who supports it? And said, what more you got to lose? You know what I'm saying? So now I thought to myself, I was thinking to myself one day, nah, I ain't going to do a single. What about a whole tape? So I was like, I got all this extra music just lying around that ain't nobody heard yet. And I had some new stuff. So it was like, man, let me mash that all together. Let me call it a dollar tape. I might as well make something out of it. They just music just sitting around. So I put the concept together and put it out there, and it was received real well. And that's crazy because I don't mean to boast or brag or nothing, but I probably made a lot of money than a lot of rappers that develop totally on streams and might get like $50 out of a whole year of hard work. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I always feel like the art is so downgraded. Like music runs life. People, if people shut music off today or tomorrow, people would not know how to live. They were like, yo, I need some type of sound. I need something. People would literally go, but they took the strongest aspect of what controls the narrative and the way the world and how the way language and expression is, and they devalued it so heavy, and they programmed the audience to feel that way. So they just said, forget the artists. We want to bring money into our platform, and we ain't worried about who gets compensated or not. And so I'm like, I'm a hustler. So I'm looking for ways like, you know what? There's too many people out here that really believe in what I do and really love what I do for me to just be giving it away for free. So I give people an option. You want to stream it, you want to listen to it, cool. But if you really like what I do and you're really a true fan of and support me throughout all these years, spend $1, man.
Yeah. I like the idea because like you said, it made the music valuable because like you said, it's unreleased material that you may not have heard, and you kind of really find out who really rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not hitting them in the head. You're not hitting them in the head was like, hey, spend $10.99 on this album. You know what I'm saying? You're like, hey man, just give me $1. Show me that you rock with me. You know
that was the biggest point of it all was to see when I see your name or your email address pop up on there. Now, not only is that showing that you mess with me, but it helps for me to create my own audience. You understand? Because now when you get people's emails, you get their phone numbers, now you have your own platform. No, don't really necessarily need all the externals if you're in control of your audience. So if you're in control of your audience and they're really looking forward and really listening to without you having to post on a Facebook or Instagram whatever. They have it's the direct to consumer concept. I'm not in control of what you do, but you're going to see what I'm trying to give you outside of all of the extra noise going around, especially social media. I'm not saying it's all bad, because if it wasn't for social media, I would never knew who you were.
Exactly. That's what I was like. Yeah, for sure.
Right. You know what I mean? But still, at the same time, it allows you to have a certain sense of control over what you put out and who sees what you're going to see. Because, well, let's just be honest, the algorithm situation is changing all the time. So, somebody who might be following you, like, man, are you putting out new music, bro? And you didn't just see it yesterday? Like, bro, like, that's why they be like, yo, bro, tag me. But I'm like, you know what? If I got your email or if I got your number, I just boom, send you everything directly.
Now you got an email list. Now you got a customer list.
There you go. There you go.
Definitely. Speaking of customers, man, this is what me and you linked up. I was looking for some new ideas, some new talent, as far as some ideas I had in my head with the artwork with the show. And my sis MJ Savino was like, you need to reach out to Stevie. He's the guy. You know what I mean? And she just threw in as a bonus. Oh, and he's a dope MC. So I was like, even better, because you're gonna understand what I'm looking for with these ideas. So you know, you do the artwork stuff too, man. So that's a lifetime thing you've been doing? Always been drawing and stuff like that?
And I've been doing that since I was 7. I've been doing that way longer than rap. My mom used to get me a lot of comic books and stuff when I was a kid to try to help occupy my attention and prevent me from doing other nonsense. So she used to, I think every Friday there was a spot in this mall around here, and she used to take me to, it was called Hall of Heroes, man. That joint heaven to me, bro. I go in there, she'd be like, you get one thing, pick out the one thing. But sometimes I would squeeze, like, I would get a little action figure joint, but I would squeeze like, Mom, can I get a book? Can I get a comic too? She let me get it. You know what I'm saying? Because my mother seen my imagination. And I said to her when I was really young that I wanted to have my own business. I'm talking like 2-3 years old. I don't even think I even knew what that phrase meant. So I didn't want to work for anybody. I knew I always wanted to build and have my own dream manifest and to create my own platform to benefit others. That was always a big thing with me. So art it was just, I was one of those kids in school that when you're supposed to be working on artwork, and I mean, you're supposed to be doing work in school, you back there drawing, you know what I mean? Or when I got to high school, I was writing rap. So it was just, art was always a part of my life, bro. And I worked hard on that because I couldn't always draw. Like, there was a kid that was in my 2nd grade class. He could draw everything, what he's seen, like just bottle, just like this, look exact, everything in detail. And you're talking about 6-7-year-old kid. And that inspired me to want to get on my bike. And my drawings was trash. Like, everything was garbage. But I had to understand. My mother put me to like a Saturday school. I used to buy it when I used to get my, because I used to hustle. So when I was young, I used to like do stuff like cut grass and clean bags and clean an old lady yard and get extra change or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little $10-$20. And I would go buy like anatomy books, how to draw your favorite Marvel character, coloring books. So I worked hard on my joint. While other kids outside playing all day, I was drawing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Putting in that 10,000 hours.
Man, listen, bro. It wasn't even 10,000. It probably was bro. Like, I'm talking from the time I was 7 years old up until now.
Yeah.
That I honestly say, I was going to say it never went down, because my pen never went down, because it did. At one point in time, I wasn't really doing any form of artwork at all. And I had got sick real bad because I wasn't aware that I had an IBD, irritable bowel disease. I didn't know I had it. And I got real sick, bro. I lost like 40 pounds in like a week. Yeah. And I couldn't do nothing. And I was working in a chemical plant before that. And I had to I couldn't go back there because I feel like that's what caused it in the first place. So now it's like, now I got to find, because now I'm like, damn, I was really moving with the rap thing, bro. I'm telling you, I probably had like 5 shows lined up. I think I had a joint with Ari the Rugged Man. I had a joint with, what's the other dude? Terminology. I had a whole tour situation set up. LA, bro. I was really on my bike, and I had, I was about to do like a foundation for like the youth around here with music teaching. I had so much stuff going on that bang, it just hit me and everything just slowed down. And I was like, damn, I was really upset because I'm like, all the stuff I had going on, now it's like, damn. And I had to figure out how was I going to make the bounce back. And I started trying to look for what I had in front of me, and got all the man upstairs was like, bruh, like I gave you a gift and you ain't using it. You better start. I'm telling you, as soon as I started, I'll lie to you not. A girl artist that I knew, she needed a logo for herself, right? All I did was think about it and put it in the unit, then just started clicking, and then my business just started growing. And now I couldn't even if I wanted to go get a regular 9 to 5, I'd be doing myself a highly disjustice, bro. I got so much going on. People would be mad at me if I stop now. They'd be like, bro,
I'd definitely be mad at you too, bro. You know, not selfishly, but just because the talent is there, you know what I'm saying? And when I see what you put out, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm more than happy when you send me those emails back. And I'm like, damn, he pulled exactly what I had in my head, you know what I'm saying?
Brother, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. What's the name of the company too, by the way? How can people get a hold of that?
It's called Unique Branding Designs and Illustrations. And if anybody look for the website, it's www.uniquebrandingdai.com.
There we go. Definitely. It's definitely certified. And like I said, you're doing joints for us, and I'm gonna keep you busy this summertime because I got some more ideas too. He kicked off the mixtape show Hall of Fame series that we started. I sold out of hats, you know what I'm saying? I sold out of tees, and I already got people asking me for the next one. What's the next one? So we'll reveal that one later, but that's definitely gonna be a dope one coming out too.
Yeah, man. And you sending me all my favorite rappers though. When you told me he number 1 in the top 5. I was hyped for that one. I'm like, yeah, I gotta freak this joint. Nice. Out, man. I had a lot of fun doing it. I'm telling you, I was locked in for hours doing that joint. You know what I mean? I just make sure I had so much detail. I wanted that thing to be right, and it came out great too.
It's perfect, man. It's been perfect. And like I said, people have been asking me about it. I'm like, I'm gonna hold off until later on and redrop that. But as soon as the joint came out and them hats and the shirts came out, it was gone. You know,
and that was rap.
Dope, man. Well, like I said, brother, this is just a conversation, man. I definitely want to, you know what I'm saying, touch base with you and just let you know, man, this is always home for you with no matter what you got going on. And if you definitely got any commercials for the branding company, send that my way too, man, because I definitely wouldn't mind playing those joints during the show and all that, because I definitely want to, you know, help out as any way I can.
I definitely got you. So, before we close out, I want y'all to go check out a project I just dropped March 5th. It's with me and my man Michael Fry did a project. It's called A Must Win. You know what I mean? It's available exclusively on www.amustwinalbum.com. Make sure to go check that out, man. It's a really dope project, 7 tracks. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna love it. You know what I mean? It's available exclusively on the site. So for those who want it, you can download. Of course, I'm gonna send my man because he the DJ. He get all the records on the strength. You know what I mean? I would appreciate if y'all could, you know, just, you know, even if y'all buy a single for $1 on that joint. You know what I mean? Every little bit of dollar helps, man, because the music ain't gonna pay for music. It's not free. You gotta pay. So you know what I mean? So
tell them that website one more time.
The album website?
Yeah.
Okay, it's www.amustwinalbum.com.
There we go. We're gonna check that out, man. And so like I said, brother, this is always home, all right?
No doubt. And also on the site too.
Yeah.
short film out that helped promote the project. It's called A Must Win. Make sure y'all go check that out. Y'all can look that up on my YouTube page. It should be up there. Also, but everything is available on the site, bro. The clips, everything. You know what I mean? Go check that out. It's all up there. You can stream the short film for free. It was dope. I had a good time doing it. Y'all gonna like that joint too. You heard?
So when you were younger, man, and you was like you said, listen to that music on that boombox, did you think, or in your wildest dreams, think that you'll be sitting not here with me, but in general, becoming part of the culture and giving back to the culture in a positive way? Did you ever think that you'll be there?
Back then, no. When I was a teenager, yeah. When I was a teenager in that group, and I realized how much leadership potential, I've always been a dreamer. And whenever I did something that was a sub part of my dream, I was always disappointed in myself because I knew that I could always take myself further. Listen, man, I'd have had to be in the presence of my heroes, bro. I think the only person I ain't talked to was probably Nas. But I talked to AZ, Mobb Deep, Kool G Rap, like I said, RA. You know what I mean? I've been in the rooms with people that would probably get their soul in order to be in front of and to talk to and to have a conversation. I've done so much and in such a small 7 years is not a long period of time. You know what I mean? In 7 years, I've touched probably almost the whole US, performed all over, sold out crowds, and I'm a stranger to everybody.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, who is this kid? Listen, man. If I go out tomorrow, I did a lot of stuff from people from my town can't even do. You know what I'm saying? I did that. And if I like I said, if I don't wake up, you know what I'm saying, inshallah, I do. But if I don't wake up tomorrow, I know I could go out and I know I gave it my all every single time. You know what I mean? Facts.
Dope, bro. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, we me and you, we just kind of, building this friendship together, you know what I'm saying? And I'm proud to call you my brother in hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And when things open up again soon, man, I'm gonna be making my way back on the East Coast, and we got to do this face to face next time.
Nah, man, absolutely, man. I can't wait, man. Can't wait.
Dope. Who you want to shout out, man, before we get out of here?
First off, I want to shout out the town. I'm from Lawnside, New Jersey. Shout out Jersey. Shout out my people in there. Shout out Philly. Philly always show me love. Shout out the producers who helped build my career. Shout out my man D Wills. He from my hood on my block. He helped me do my first actual project and put it together for me. Shout out my man Ra. You know what I mean? He helped me. He's the one that helped me get back, and who's the dude driving the cat, helped me get back into the game. Shout out Track Kaida for giving me my first music production deal. Shout out E-Dot. E-Dot, that's like my brother. We just in Atlanta with him. We did a great project we did last year called Lundy Ave. Y'all go check that out. And shout out Michael Fire, man, for this project that we just put out, a must win project, man. It was a hell of an experience. But I definitely did the best that I could do, and I know he did the best, and it came out great, man. And shout out to my mother, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my mother, most definitely. She deserves all of the praise because she dealt with all my BS from when I was a knucklehead up until this point, and she always believed in me. She never stopped. You know what I'm saying? So it's always love, man. Shout out to all the DJs and everybody that been playing the project so far, man. And been spinning everything, and spinning all the singles. Like I said, man, I'm definitely gonna send you all the full project, man, so you can pick your best. And if whatever you want to spin, you can spin. You know what I mean? Listen, get back and tell me what you felt about it. You know what I mean?
Man, for sure. I'm still loving the dollar tape, so I can only imagine what this next one gonna sound like.
You won't mess with that, John, bro. Where it's born.
Definitely, man. Well, Stevie, man, like I said, brother, this is home, man. You alumni, my brother, and I'm working on some things soon where my alumni are gonna get some nice little package in the mail soon, brother. So be on the lookout in your mailbox soon. All right.
Man, yeah, send it over, baby. Send it over.
There we go, man. He goes by the name of Stevie Franks. He's a friend of the show.
Yeah.
He does our art direction for our merch, man. And
Yeah.
you know, he's home, man. This is home for you now, brother. So appreciate everything you do for us, man. All right.
Nah, I appreciate you, brother.
All right, we'll be right back.
All right.